Word from the Lord. We're going to talk about marriage mindset. Marriage mindset. We've been doing this for a while, but what happens is a lot of time to be in the marriage mindset, it means that you have to have a focal point. And when you have a focal point on marriage, it's when you begin to get ready to go into a marriage. The marriage mindset, this portion that I want to talk about tonight is about love comes with a cost. And what I mean by love comes with a cost, how much does love cost? How much, you ever think about that? How much does love cost? And the problem is that when we talk about how much does love cost, we always think about the jewelry, the diamond, the earrings, the cars, all that kind of thing. But that's not really where I want to go when we're talking about, how much does love cost, being in the marriage mindset. And I know that you know that marriage does have a cost. And everybody start thinking about the cost of marriage. And normally, our beautiful wives, our beautiful women, when we start talking about marriage, we start talking about, all the glorified things. And that's wonderful. The pretty dresses and all that's wonderful. But what does marriage really cost? You ever think about that? Love costs. Everything costs, and love has a big cost. So what I want to talk about just for a few moments in the marriage mindset, how much does it cost? Well, number one, your time. Your time. What marriage costs, number one, is your time. Well, what do you mean by your time? To be able to share your time, to be able to give some of your time. Time is valuable. My time is my time. And that's the hardest thing to share is my time. When you're going to from being like this to be one, that means the time is actually shared. And it's a hard thing when you're not used to sharing your time, to be able to share your time with your partner, with your mate, those whom you love. So number one thing you got to do is the most valuable thing we have is our time. So you've got to be able to share your time. Number two is your effort. What do you mean your effort? Because this is not on the easy street. Ice cream always melts when it's warm. But let me tell you something. It's not always easy. You have to put some effort into it. Now, because effort typically means that you've got to get out of the norm sometimes. You got to go beyond sometimes. See, you can love somebody, but love really means that you're willing to put forth some effort in some things you don't like. I use the term effort because we put effort into something that we really don't like real well. It takes a lot of effort to do something you don't really care about. Sometimes you have to do some things that's really not for me. Like my wife, I do some things I'm not really, I don't like well. Just tell it like it is. But I do it because I have to put forth some effort in it, and it always comes out to my good. Let me tell you something. You can put sugar in a can, but it's not until you put it in something that it makes it sweet. All I'm trying to tell you is put forth the effort, it'll always come out good. Now, after you give your time, you give your effort, then your attention. What do you mean, your attention? Well, one of the problems with giving attention is that when I'm out with you, I still have, my tablet, I'm checking my emails, I got to text someone, hold on for a second, just let me hit them back right quick and, okay, we can talk now. Let me tell you something, she wants and he wants your attention. Turn it off, put it on vibrate, do whatever you need to do because your attention is required at that time, at that moment. I'm not saying not to every text or not to every email, but at the time when you're having a dinner or at the time you set aside, make that time special. So you have to give what? Your attention. That's what I mean by love costs. It costs you your time, your effort, and your attention. And if you do those things, you will be blessed.